If you saw a few days ago, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, I put out a tweet looking for, I wouldn't say a total rebrand, but I'm looking for something more updated going to Overwatch 2. I actually like my logo a lot. I do technically use like the Blizzard Top 500 logo. It's a very, very close legal line. So I want something that's updated. This is the part I wanted to say. If you're ever looking to commission people, you need to do your due diligence when working with people you don't know or don't have a mutual connection with. Within the first 20 applicants, I found 2 people that were claiming the same art as theirs. What is different? The jacket color and the baseball bat / guitar. Check the faces. The face has the exact same 1, 2, 3 lines, 1, 2, 3 lines, and a triangle. Check over here. 1, 2, 3 lines, triangle, 1, 2, 3 lines. They are exactly the same. Now, you know, it's kind of odd to do that. Did you reverse image search it? No. 2 different people submitted their work to me as like past proof. And both 2 different people submitted these to me. But this didn't just happen once. This happened twice. With 2 different groups of people in the first 20 applicants. Not once, but twice. I don't know if there's like, you know, quote unquote, like some like beginning thing you can do. Like, you know, like publicly usable assets you can start with. But like realistically, if I'm asking to make my own logo or your own art, you're not making your own. You're taking something that's publicly available and putting your own spin on it, which is not, I mean, most people I think are not going to want that. I don't know how much, I'm not a big artist. I'm actually terrible with art. So I don't know if like, you know, like there's some like format or thing you can actually use, or like, you know, there's publicly available things. But I thought it was absolutely ludicrous, which by the way, these are the exact same logo. The only difference is this person, who I think this is the person who like stole it, to be honest with you, or took it, screenshots it just barely out of range. See at the bottom here? There's a little white piece. Look what's there. It's the tip of the W. The tip of the W is literally still in it. They're so fucking lazy. They couldn't remove it. But they still kept the same, like, edgy whatever it was, you know? But, like, I don't know. It put me off to a lot of it. Considering I want something that's specifically made for me, I think it's very disingenuous to put that off as your work, and completely your work, even if there's some available format that you can kind of go off of, because that's not your work. You're kind of like, you're taking someone else's that's available to you, making modifications and passing it off as yours. I don't know the legality of it, but to be honest with you, for me, it's pretty scummy. So, anyways, luckily I did find a few that I'm kind of interested in. There was a few people that were very, very talented. I'm having the first meeting tomorrow to have a conversation about it. So, might be a little bit late tomorrow again. But yeah, excited to see what can kind of happen. But I'm also not going to make any radical changes. I'm not someone who wants to like rebrand everything, start all over, do all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do anything like that. I just want something updated. That's it. Are you a trucker, or do you own a truck for the sake of owning a truck? You don't have to be an 18... It's not an 18-wheeler, my dude. It's a fucking 4-wheel vehicle. I am not a small individual. I like to be able to sit comfortably in my car. I think I deserve that right. But it's not like it's some fucking crazy... It's a fucking Honda, dude. It's not like a F-250 with a 3-inch lift kit. It's a fucking Honda Ridgeline. Like... Goddamn. Speaking of trucks, dude, I was driving home And I heard a small engine rev. I heard a little ring behind me, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, because I'm passing. Okay, this is the most Massachusetts thing ever. I'm passing two 18-wheelers. One that's a flatbed 18-wheeler, and the other one's just like a regular cargo truck, right? And I'm passing them. I'm going 60 in a 45. And I hear a ring behind me, and I look up, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, did the truck next to me just make that noise? So, like, I kind of, like, slow down a little bit, just, like 2 miles an hour, like, let off the gas. And I noticed, I, like, looked again, there was a car underneath me the whole time. There was a car so close to my tailgate that I could not see him. So when I looked up, I was looking over the top of this car. I couldn't see him. There was a car this fucking close underneath my tailgate. This fucking close. And he revved his engine at me. I was going 60 in a 45, passing two 18-wheelers. And this dude was upset that I wasn't going faster. I was like, bro, do not start this. I will hit the fucking brakes and your face will become one with my bumper. You little fuck, you know? Dude, listen, I am all for if some fucking asshat's sitting in the left lane going fucking the speed limit. Hey, move over, bruh. No need for that. 15 over on not even a highway? Bruh, you are pushing every boundary that there's in existence. Plus, there's two fucking 18-wheelers that are next to each other on the other side. You want to go fuck with them? Go over there. Go over there. Matching speed with the semi. You know what's funny? The second semi was actually speeding up. So it was going about 50 to 55. So I came up next to it and started slowing down a little bit. I matched it at like 55. And guess what? He had to get off at like the exit that was coming up. And so he fucking like slid in between the two semi trucks. I was like, dude, you will literally fucking die. Like, you're cutting off a 18-wheeler. That is like 18, that is like fucking 10,000 pounds. That will crush you. It will like you ever seen a hydraulic press? That'll be you. Like, what are you doing? But that is probably the most Massachusetts thing I've seen in a long time. So I don't know. But that was on my way home. AKA, don't go outside. Outside sucks. 10,000 pounds, the light 18-wheeler. It didn't. Well, okay. It was the flatbed. The flatbed didn't have anything on it. But yeah, you're not wrong. It is a little bit light. Dude's got a death wish, like, seriously? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's fucking he was saved 10 seconds over 50 miles that way. The worst part is we're coming up to a light in like 30 seconds, and that light is notorious for you sit at it for 5 minutes. Like, you will never catch that light. Why? Because typically the way traffic lights work, when it's a congested, like, not a highway, but like a main route, is that the lights will be calibrated so that you try to get as many greens as possible up to a certain point, you know? So that, like, if the first one turns green and there's a lot of cars at it, the second one will be green so that, like, half the cars can get through it, right? Like, it's done on purpose to try to, like, ease congestion. We already passed the green part. Like, we're already past it. The next one will be red. Even if you go double the fucking speed limit, you might not make it, you know? Around here, the busy street stays green and the slower street won't go green until someone approaches it. Well, okay, so a lot of places in the city especially, actually in the city it's a little bit different. Outside the city, like just outside of it, that's how it works at night. So, for example, where I live, I have to take like a left or a right, you know, depending on where I'm coming from. And if I have to come up to the light at night, it'll always be green both ways. But the second I come up to the light, it triggers the pressure plate and it will immediately flip green for me, like within like 10 seconds. So, but during the day though, it's calibrated, so it's, you know, that way. So you can't even save time. Like, you literally, like, this is it, like the algorithm and the math has already been done so that you cannot break it unless you do double the speed limits. Like something unbelievably reckless, you will not beat it. It's impossible.